Yo, what is up, guys? This is Neek and this is Batcave Gaming, and I'm bringing you guys a guide on how to optimize your connection so you don't lag in Black Ops 2, or what a lot of people like to call lag compensation. So before I start off on this video, I kind of want to give you guys some knowledge, dropping some knowledge on you guys. But Black Ops 2 doesn't have the lag compensation coding that Modern Warfare 3 did. So a lot of people think Black Ops 2 is getting lag compensated, but in actuality, you're just getting bad matchmaking. And the reason for that is a lot of people have been searching in the best search preference when they shouldn't be in that search preference to begin with. And I'm going to link up my last video that I did, which will give you guys some more knowledge about that. So check that out if you want to understand this video a little bit more, or just continue with the guide that I'm going to do. So in Black Ops 2, there's a matchmaking that's a problem. So either you're playing against connections that aren't up to your speed, or you're playing to connections that are slower than yours. And that's where the lag and latency comes in Black Ops 2. So check out that other video if you want to understand it a little more, because that's not what this video is about. This video is about how to get you the best connection for Black Ops 2 to make sure you can actually enjoy the game. So this video is meant to help you get a solid connection for Black Ops 2, and I will repeat, this is not a fix for lag compensation that people think they're getting in Black Ops 2. It's just to make sure you get the best connection and a solid connection so you are enjoying the game as best as possible. So there's a few things we're going to do for this video. So you're going to need a wireless router. I'm sure most of you guys have that. We're going to open up ports, we're going to open up your NAT type, and we're going to change your DNS settings so it's the fastest possible. So a lot of people think when I say open up your ports, they say, oh, I opened up my ports in Modern Warfare 3. It didn't do anything in that game. Like I said, the coding in Black Ops is different. It's not, the coding in Modern Warfare 3 was just horrible, and that's why it was just such a bad game in that aspect. So in this game, after you do this fix, if you're playing with a 2-bar, don't expect you to be playing on a 4-bar and just killing everyone. If you're on 3-bar, it's going to play like a 3-bar. And if you're on a fluctuating 4-bar, you're going to be playing more like a fluctuating 4-bar. So you want to make sure you have that solid connection, and that's what this video is meant to do, so you can enjoy the game the best. And I'm going to be making 2 guides. So this guide is for PS3 users only. Check out the video link for the Xbox version. So let's get started right now, guys. Okay, so when you're at your PS3, you go to settings, then all the way down to network settings, then settings and connection status list. So this is what we're going to use to forward your ports. So you have to write down the IP address, the subnet mask address, and the default router IP address. We're going to need those. So open up a notepad file and write those down, because those will be used later on in this video. Okay, so the next thing we do, we go to this name page, and there's 3 ways to download it depending on your Windows, Linux, or if you have a Mac. I have Windows, so I download Windows. It's only 5 megabytes or 1 megabyte for the other ones, and this will help you find out the DNS servers. So we already wrote down the IP address, the subnet address, and the default router address. This will give us our primary and our secondary DNS server. So extract it, it'll take a second, and you'll run the test. So this test will take about 5 minutes, but you want to make sure everything is set up correct. The top 2 have to be checked. Make sure it has the right browser. I'm using Chrome, but Mozilla is my default browser, so this is just a test run anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And you click start. So we'll skip ahead to show you what happens next. So it'll show you that I already have the fastest, and this primary server and this secondary server, you want to write those down. Write them down because we'll need them for the next step. So now we go back to the PS3, the internet connection settings. So we'll click X and get started on that. And for you guys to know, you can do this for wired or wireless settings, make sure you go to custom, but it's for wired or wireless. I prefer wireless because just from testing it, it seemed better. I don't know. So you'll enter your wireless settings or your wired connection, and we'll keep going over. And this is where it comes into play, the manual IP address. You want to go down to manual and enter everything we have written down. So the first three that we wrote down and these bottom two are from the name bench test. Once you are done with that, you go next, and the MTU. I put it at manual 1500. I find it to be the best one. People like to mess with it, but 1500 has been the best for me so far. The best packet transfer. And then here's your settings. You can pretty much just click enter, and you can test connection if you want, but no need to. Okay, so next you will go to your wireless router, which is typically, you can Google yours. I have a Linksys, so mine is 192.168.1.1. I went to my MTU, as you can see on this screen. I put it to manual instead of auto, which is what it's typically at. So I leave it at manual and I put it to 1500 because that has worked best for me. And you can test around with it, see how you like it, but for me 1500 has worked the best. Next we'll go to the next screen, which is for forwarding the actual ports. So I will put the ports on the left hand side of the screen for the PS3. Remember, this is PS3 only and for Call of Duty. If you want to watch the Xbox video, I will link it on the screen. Go check that one out. So we got to remember the IP address we wrote down is needed for this. So on each of these, you're going to have a start to end, and you're going to put the ports below. So my screen has a lot more than you're expected, or that I show, because I have Xbox and a PS3. So I just have my ports combined. So you can easily combine the ports like I did and do it like that. So the IP address you'll enter, and then you'll click enable for each one down the line, and that's how I have it set up. So this should be able to optimize your connection and make it a lot more stable than what you're experiencing now. And just remember to save all of your settings and make sure they took place in your router, because it's not going to work unless you save your settings. Anyway guys, this is a short gameplay of me playing. I have been testing around with this optimization of the settings for the past 3 days, and it has worked. So I know it's not a placebo effect. A lot of other people say, oh, it's a placebo effect, it's all in your head. But no, this one is actually making my connection a lot more stable, and me playing online has been a lot more stable, and I've been enjoying it a lot more. So hopefully this works for you guys out there. Feel free to comment. I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. Share the video around. The more people who know, it'll make the gameplay a lot smoother overall. And remember, this doesn't make you a super soldier. This just makes the game fair, because some people have been saying it hasn't been fair to them. So just remember that. And look at this. This will be my first knife kill in this game, I think, ever. So that's how I know it's actually been working. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a like, a subscribe, and leave comments and share it around. See you guys.